For some people that have been into spirituality a long time, you won't even question the fact that I sit in silence and just suddenly stop talking. Just sit here and look at you. Like, so if you've been into spirituality, you'll be used to it. You'll have been with lots of teachers to do it. You'll have practiced meditation and you'll have more perspective on it. But believe it or not, I get a lot of emails asking me and requesting that I stop doing that, and I'm losing audience by doing it, and there are lots of negative feedback about it, and some people angry that they've come to listen to me speak, and then how dare I just sit there and not say anything. Like, and to them that's really real, and I can understand that. Like, I can understand that if you've spent like 50 years always living in this units of time, so always everything's got an allocated time to do something, and then they take an hour and a half out of their schedule to listen to non-duality and to learn about non-duality, and then I sit for long periods in silence, they feel like I'm wasting their units of time. You know, they're business people and they've got limited amount of time, and then I sit there in silence and don't inform them as to what non-duality is. But to me, what's being misunderstood in that, what's being misunderstood in that is that they really take that to be a truth. So in that, there's a solar plexus activated. So the solar plexus is about action and wants and desires. So they want something to happen in order to get something. And then there's this seeking, this belief that they have to get there and it's important to get there and their time is important. And then there's this unconscious seeking. And then when I don't speak, or I mess up the stream and I'm like 35 minutes late, it wasn't all my fault. YouTube has changed, but I also take responsibility that I got the keys wrong. Yeah, and I think YouTube's got programming. It's not like, but that's beside the point. So I'm late, and also I sit in silence, and this gets activated. They feel disempowered by that, and I've taken them from something, and they're not conscious. And then what it begins to produce in the brain is thoughts about what I've done to them. Like, what a rubbish teacher, how dare she do that, she's wasting my time, who does she think she is, she's not professional, there's so many better teachers out there, why am I wasting my time with her? And it produces all these unconscious thoughts, and they take that to be the truth of the reality. That's the way it is. And that way of thinking, to me, is a side effect of seeking. The truth in the moment is there is discomfort in the solar plexus. There is a feeling that you're wasting your time, which might be valid or might not be. Like, we have these feelings in order to investigate our environment and to change things or not change things. So that feeling comes up. It could be that it just comes up because they don't really understand what non-duality is, so it's not a true thought, but that feeling arises, and there's nothing wrong with the original feeling. Like, our feelings are there to inform us and teach us about things. But then it goes on to an elongated story, and it begins to make you feel bad. Like, it feels bad telling you that somebody's wasting your time or doing something against you or doing something bad. So your body begins to shrink and feel uncomfortable. The more it feels uncomfortable, the more that you want to escape this moment, but you don't want to be here. So then you could turn to like shutting down the computer and going somewhere else, taking an argument with your partner, eating food, drinking alcohol. A variety of different actions could be taken. And this happens in your whole chakra system, so dependent on which one goes. And to me, what I recommend to people is just going back to your initial feeling and your initial thought that's there, and making things really simple. So say that person that's come here, they've got these units of time and they're a very busy person. So their feeling is that their time is being wasted. And just feeling that, like what it feels like to have your time wasted. Just going deeper into that, because I don't think that's your original feeling actually. I think there's something deeper. So what does it feel like? It feels like anger to waste time. And then you go deeper than that anger. So why are you angry about wasting your time? Because I haven't got much time and I've got too many things to do. And what's the problem with not completing all the things you do? Because I'm going to get in trouble if I don't complete everything. And what's going to happen to you? I'm going to get punished. So it's not really related to me in this instant that I'm describing, like if you go deeper and deeper into your feelings. So the feeling actually is vulnerability, that you're going to get punished or something's going to be taken away from you. And just letting that feeling being there, just acknowledging it and really letting it in. And then exploring, so when you've really acknowledged it and you're not trying to get rid of it, exploring what is it that feeling wants. So it could want a variety of different things. It could want to feel safe. It could want to feel strong. It wants to know what non-duality is. And then rather than looking at it from a victim perspective, like you don't know what non-duality is, like look at it from a positive, that you're learning non-duality. Just feel that positivity, that you can understand this and that you are learning it, like you're doing it. Just sitting here and being in silence and exploring, and it's a happening. You are learning non-duality. And just feeling that positivity of that chakra. But you can stay in the negativity as long as you like, but then eventually you want to move to the positive, not because you always want to be in the positive of the chakra, just because most people are continuously in the negative of the chakra. So you're encouraging it into positivity, and then you want it to come back to neutral, and then it to be able to flow from either one whenever it needs to, either into negative or into positive, but it to be based in neutral. But you use the positive to help pull you up in that chakra.